overall, though, I think by doing this, I'm realizing that Scarlet and Violet just wasn't a great couple years for Pokemon cards. First things first, new microphone. All right, I got some kind of not very good, kind of dog shit, $15 TikTok microphones. You know, I thought they were good. I tested them out. They weren't very good. Skipped it. All right, skipped it. And meow. Well, meow. That's Smough. He's an executioner. Got a TikTok mic, didn't sound very good. Got a new one, expedited shipping, because I wanted to record a video. So we have a better mic. I did some sound checks. It sounds much better than certainly the internal microphone in my computer. But yeah, today we're gonna do the Scarlet and Violet. We're gonna be ranking all the sets from Scarlet and Violet. Now the first thing I want to do is I want to set the parameters. All right, define our terms. First things first, we are going to be comparing all of the Scarlet and Violet sets to all other sets of Pokemon in general. So not just to each other across the board. Yeah, I think there's just going to be one. It's going to be a bit of a hot take, but it's my list. Believe it or not. First things first, we have base set. Now, I also pulled up Poke Collector, so I would like to just quickly go through some of the cards, you know, go through some of the options. Now, there's nothing wrong with the base set. I honestly think the Scarlet and Violet base set's pretty good. It starts the Gardevoir SIR. I think both the Miraidon and the Koraidon SIRs look fabulous. I think they look excellent. I think the art rares look super sick. The Wiglet is beautiful. I think so. In terms of base sets, because usually base sets are not that good, I think in terms of base sets, Scarlet and Violet was a great set. But most base sets are not going to be amazing, which means I don't think it's going to be any higher than B. You know what? Let's change this. I don't like that it's just S through D. The goats, the greats, the okays, just in the middle, the lows, and the down lows. The lows and the down lows. Perfect. Okay. So I think the base set's just going to go in the okays. I think most base sets from most eras are probably going to go in the lows or down lows, but I actually think the Scarlet and Violet base set, good cards, good set, not too pricey, good stuff. Perfect. Paldea Evolved. Listen, as much as the Paldea starters get a lot of hate, and I completely understand it, I love kitty cats. And they have Sprigatito. I love Sprigatito. It's actually on my wallet. I have a little Sprigatito like patch on my wallet. And I think these Sprig cards look amazing. I think the Magikarp is a sweet card. I think the Fuecoco card is cool, are cool. I don't really like Quaxly. I don't think anybody likes Quaxly, but I think that this set has a ton of like art rares, and all of them look like they were given somebody's full attention. I think they're beautiful. I think the SIRs, although not that many, I think look super cool, but it's just not a lot of Pokemon that we really care about. Besides that, I think Paldea Evolved is an amazing set. I think it's a great set. It does the artworks of kind of Paldea's like Spain vibe really well, and you can see that in a lot of the card arts. So I think Paldea Evolved's I think that's definitely a great set. I think it's a perfect example of a great set across the board. You know, from any era, I think it's a great set. Next is Obsidian Flame. Already my first instinct is put in the lows. Obsidian Flame was not a very good set. Decent art rares. The Gloom is good, the Ninetales is good, Clef is overrated. The Pidgey and Pidgeotto kind of part of this is kind of cool. I think the art style is kind of cool, you know. But realistically, it's just the Zard. You know, it's really just the Zard, and everything else is kind of like, you know, everything else is just like, you're kind of just like okay with it. And it's such a small set. There's really just one big hit, and I don't even like the artworks for the set itself. It's just a Charmander on a box, which I'm just not jumping up and down about that. So I think it's got to go in the lows. 151, come on. We will look at the cards, but come on, we don't even need to. The art rares are beautiful. The art rares for the starters are amazing, and I love how they build up from the cavern to climbing the cavern to flying above it to on the beach to in the coral, then to the Blastoise like in the depths, you know? Like I just think that I just love when artwork tells a story. I think it makes it so much more intriguing and so much more articulate and fun to look at. And it's fun to collect because you're like, oh shoot, I have all 3 of them. Look at the stages. There's nothing wrong with the set. I don't think there's a single wrong with the set. I think any era this shows up in, it's going to be a beautiful set, super sought after. Everybody's going to love it. Did I want a better Mew card? Yes, I wanted a better Mew art rare, and I didn't get that. We just have the Mew Gold. So that was the one disappointing thing. You really can't go wrong with the original Kanto 151, and it's absolutely going in the GOATs. Next up, Paradox Rift. Whew, Paradox Rift, man. I don't even remember the cards from that. I think it's the horse trio, or the horse legendaries, and the dog legendaries? Who's even in this? I don't know. To me, Paradox Rift is just the worst form of Temporal Forces. And I mean, these cards are not good at all, man. The Yveltal's really nice. Obviously, the Groudon's like the big hit from this set. I do think that they have cool designs, but again, it's just not really Pokemon that we care about as much. I'm sure for a lot of people it is. Maybe your favorite Pokemon is Cyclizar. I doubt it. I would say that probably the best looking card in this whole set is maybe the Altaria EX, which I think is a fabulous card. I think the best thing about the set is probably just the fact that there is a bunch of art rares and it's pretty easy to get your hands on. It's not very expensive. It might be now. I'd have to take a look at it, but it was pretty easily accessible when it first came out. But yeah, Paradox Rift I think is just okay. I think it's better than base, but that's not really saying much. Paldean Fates was a good set. I think it was overrated though. I think all time speaking, Paldean Fates is super overrated, and I think mainly it's because I believe they botch every shiny set. Besides like Hidden Fates, I think they botch every shiny set. The baby shinies is fine, but they're really easy to pull and they're kind of boring to look at. If it was a baby shiny that I kind of gave a fuck about personally, like I love Luxray. Okay, so there's not a lot of Luxray cards out there, so I was excited to see a baby shiny Luxray card. But other than that, what do I care if I pull a Mr. Mime Jr. baby shiny? I'm kind of just like, okay, like thanks. And it's so small. These blue or teal gold cards I think look really cool, but they're just super hard to pull and you never see them. And there's really just 3 cards to talk about. There's just 3 cards, okay? There's the Bubble Mew, which is excellent, the Vampire Charizard, which is excellent, and the Gardevoir. But I really can't. You give me a couple good cards, it doesn't do much for me. Because at the end of the day, I'm not pulling them. Realistically, what am I going to pull? Does it look good? Does it not look good? It was an expensive set. It's still an expensive set. It was hard to get your hands on, even when it released. I think it's severely overrated, Paldean Fates. This one's really tough. It's either top of okays or bottom of greats. For now, I'm gonna go the bottom of greats. Okay, but I do think it's super overrated. I don't think you can say that a certain set is amazing or super good if it only has like one famous card, which is the Bumble Mew. Which again, you're not gonna get your hands on that thing. So I can't base a whole set based off of one card. I think that they fail shiny sets every year. Next up, Temporal Forces. Temporal Forces is good, man. Hold on, we'll hold on that one. Temporal Forces is such a good set. The artworks from Temporal Forces, just the art rares alone, amazing, man. So good. Deerling and the Sawsbuck are so pretty, so pretty. The Ghastly was a huge card, and the Minccino was a huge card, the Cinccino was a huge card. This Chatnot card, I'm going to click on it specifically, it has like Pokemon tunes as like, because these are like, I don't know music that well, but these are like musical charts, and these play a tune with the Chatots. Dude, that's awesome. Like, it's creative, it's lovable, the art is cool, and the ancient, the future horse trio cards, I'm a little bit just like, whatever, they're fine, but the ancient dog trio cards are incredible, man. These are incredible for only 56 bucks as well. Holy shit. I don't know what just happened. For $56 for this beautiful of a card is so good. I mean, this kind of like mosaic, prehistoric look to the dog trio cards, I think is just so pretty. And I love how it's not Suicune, it's Walking Wake. You know what I mean? Like, I just think that that is such a cool thing that they did. I think it's beautiful. Temporal Forces was severely underrated. It's my fucking list. I'm putting Paldean Fates is okay in okay, and Temporal Forces is going top of greats. I said it. So right now my top 3 is 151, Temporal Forces, and Paldea Evolved. And I'm gonna be honest with you, looking at the rest of this, there might be 1 or 2 sets that might sneak that top 3, but realistically, probably not. Twilight Masquerade. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I'm not a huge fan. I'm just not a huge fan of any set where there's just one card. It's just the Greninja. And this is a cool card. I will say I'm not like a massive Greninja fan. I'm just neutral with Greninja. I think he's cool. He's one of Ash's boys. I do like the Luxray card though. Put some love on Luxray. The Tatsugiri is I mean it's cute. It's very cute. It's very funny. It's a sushi. But realistically, like Applin, come on, dude. Like I don't care about pulling an Applin art rare. But there's not much to say about this. All the SIRs. Oh, and the Blood Moon Ursaluna EX is a super pretty card. That, okay, I didn't want to miss out on that. That is a super pretty card, 100%. Twilight Masquerade is definitely going in my lows here. It's not, it's just, it doesn't stand out. Shroud of Fable's a down low. Shroud of Fable's been a down low. I think it'll always be a down low. Nobody cares about this, like, legendary trio or quad. Like, nobody cares about this. This is the only cool thing is the Duskull, Duskops, and Duxnor, only because I said before that I do like, kind of tells a story artworks in a card, so I do like that, and that sticks with it. But that's it. That's it. There's nothing else to say about this set. It's definitely in a down low. All right, Stellar Crown. Stellar Crown has really dropped off. That Terapagos is no longer the top chase card, which is shocking to me. But it's just bland. I think this rainbow. First of all, what do they call that? The new thing that they did in Scarlet and Violet. I didn't like the game. Nobody liked the game. It's like terrestrialization or something along those lines. I don't know. It does not make for good cards. But the only thing saving this set a little bit is definitely the Bulbasaur and the Squirtle cards. They look fucking awesome. The Bulbasaur and the Squirtle cards, which are now like the top chases, they look really, really nice. There's a little Steen sleeping. He's the Dragon Slayer. It's not necessarily bad. I personally don't really have too much of an issue with this set. I'm gonna put it at the top of the lows though, because I gotta even this out. Like I'm trying to think about like all time, comparing it to really good sets from Sword and Shield, Sun and Moon, Black and White. It's not very good, which is why I'm like there's only 3 that I consider good sets right now. The rest are just okay or less than. Surging Sparks was a bad set. This is where we get into the era of just like bad set after bad set after bad set. Twilight Masquerade, Stellar Crown, Shrouded Fable, Surging Sparks. Looking back on all those sets, I'm just like whatever. Best card from this set, or the best couple cards, are the Latias and the Milotic. This Pikachu is fine, but again, I hate the terrestrialization or whatever this new form is. I think it looks not very good. I don't even think this card looks that cool, but I think the Milotic jumping out of the water is super awesome. The Latios in the sky looks beautiful, and even like like this kind of sunset, sunny glare kind of Latios art rare and the Mesprit art rare, kind of like those vibes look really cool. The Phoebus in the water looks really cool. So, like always, there's a couple really good cards, but there's not really a lot to love from this set, especially since this set specifically kind of started really the downfall of us getting any product and really spawned just an infinite, it seems, level of scalping. I personally still believe that this really was the end, the beginning of the end of the Pokemon hobby as a whole, was this set. And I think I'm just gonna put it in okay. I don't even think it's better than base set. Prismatic Evolution. I think for how bad of a drop it had, and how unavailable it was and how little people were able to even open it, I opened 12 packs of Prismatic, and still to this day that stays the same. It's been over a year since it's opened, or since it's been out. I opened 12 packs total. Disregarding, or not disregarding, but taking into account everything I just said about how bad the release was, how unavailable it was, I think it is one of, if not the best artwork sets to come out in the last couple years. Japanese does such an excellent job with their high class packs. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I save a specific amount of money every year, twice a year it feels like, for a high class set. I think the artwork for this set speaks for itself, and I think it elevates it to past me giving a fuck about how bad the release was. I love this Sylveon card. I have it in a PSA 10 in Japanese. And because of that, I think it's going to be our 4th set in greats, but I think it's going to be in the bottom of greats because of how bad the release was, but it is absolutely going to hit that benchmark. Journey Together, man. It's a low. It is so boring. It's just so boring. Couple good cards. Wailord, Furret, Hopzation looks nice. Iono's Bellybolt looks nice, but it's just not very good. It's not very good. It doesn't do anything different. There's nothing fun about it. It's low-key kind of boring. Destined Rivals, this is going to be the big hot take of the day. Is going to be the big if of the day. I've seen a lot of people really, really love it. I've seen a lot of people say it's so good, it's so excellent. I tend to disagree strongly. I think it is the top of my down lows. Yeah. The alarms are going off. I've never been a huge Team Rocket guy. I don't really care for Team Rocket, to be honest. The old vintage Team Rocket does look incredible, but this does not follow. Some of them look good, yes. Most of them I'm just like whatever about. So lackluster because it's Team Rocket. Like, it's Team Rocket, everybody was super excited for it, and then it was very just like, okay, like, just kind of okay. And because it's just okay, but the expectation is so high for Team Rocket, I think it's got to go in the down lows. Fan of the artwork, I'm not a fan of the style. I'm certainly not a fan of this Mewtwo. It's Team Rocket. I thought they were going to include Mewtwo more so, in better ways, but this is not a good card. I mean, they have Giovanni sitting there. He looks like an H&M mannequin. And they have, Mewtwo, who's just like, think back a couple years ago at Crown Zenith for Sword and Shield, they literally had Mewtwo and Charizard fighting in the fucking card like a giant, like, Smash Bros match, and it was gorgeous. It was incredible. And this is what Mewtwo has kind of become. I was so just like, this shit sucks, But I think the main issue that I haven't brought up yet is just, it's the most expensive, most overhyped, most over-invested set in Scarlet and Violet by far. Booster boxes are well over $300. ETBs are well over $100. I personally never got my hands on a booster box or an ETB for sealed, for open, for anything. I don't know why people love it so much. Actually, I do. It's because it's Team Rocket. That's pretty much it. It's because people love Team Rocket. Do I get it? No. Are we moving on? Yeah. My list. Black and White is my last set, and I think it's going to my goats. It's going to be the bottom of my goats. It is no secret that I absolutely adore Gen 5. I absolutely adore Unova. I think Unova is such a great set, or such a great generation. Superior is one of my favorite cards in this set, the Superior SIR. Both the Zekrom, Kyurem, and Reshiram SIRs look just absolutely phenomenal, absolutely incredible. One of my favorite building cards is the Timber, Girder, and Conkeldurr. He's on like a construction site, like building. I love that. I think that is so cute. I think I'm gonna put it above 151. I'm actually gonna change it. I think I have it as my best set to come out of Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, my main harp with this is the same that I have with most Scarlet and Violet sets, is that you can't get your hands on it. But I really think that the cards speak for themselves. Also, this carbon fiber look to the cards, I think, is super cool. I love that they're taking strides in a direction for change, coming up with new ways to make cards. We've never seen this kind of carbon fiber look before, or we might have or like the all white. We've seen like an all white card before back in the day, but I don't remember if it had this carbon fiber kind of like foil texture to it. Either way, it's very unheard of. It's not done very often, and I think it looks super cool. I'm also a huge Reshiram fan, so I loved opening White Flare as much as I possibly could, mostly in Japanese because of English is so expensive. I think it absolutely deserves the #1 spot from Scarlet and Violet, and that might not be agreed upon, and that's okay, because it's my list. Samurott, I love Samurott, top 5 Pokemon. I think he's super cool. So this is great for me. I think that Unova and Gen 5 having a set like that, it really just tugs at my own heartstrings, my own Pokemon nostalgia, which again, I understand that a lot of bias and a lot of nostalgia is playing into this top pick, but it's my list. At the end of the day, my top 5 consists with black and white, because they're kind of combined. Black Bolt, White Flare, 151, Temporal Forces, underrated, Paldea Evolved, underrated, and Prismatic Evolutions, which I think was not a huge surprise. My bottom 5, or also bottom 3 right now is Shroud of Fable, come on, Destined Rivals, Hot Take, and Twilight Masquerade, which I think is just a boring set. I'm actually going to Obsidian Flame. Last final change, Obsidian Flame is my third for the bottom. So there it is. There's the Scarlet and Violet ranked list. I actually think it looks pretty good. Overall, though, I think by doing this, I'm realizing that Scarlet and Violet just wasn't a great couple years for Pokemon cards. Not only because of the scalping, not only because of the unavailability and the price hikes, but I think also just because a lot of the sets were lackluster, disappointing, and overall just not really something you want to collect. I'm definitely going to do the same thing for Sword and Shield. But let me know if you guys want to see more videos like this. I love talking cards. I could talk about this shit all day. All right, guys. I'll see you. Peace.